Humberhawks Nation, it's now time to watch the Humberhawks men's basketball team do battle with the Fanshawe Falcons. This one being for first place in the West Division. Both the Hawks and the Falcons come into this game with a record of 8-1, and they come into this game tied for first place in the year 2015. Hawks are coming actually off their first loss when the Falcons handed them that loss in the last game of 2014, beating Humber at home 79-72. Let's see if the Hawks can give the Falcons a taste of their own medicine and claim redemption by beating the Falcons in front of their hometown.
Yeah. For those of you that want to know this young, this is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% passion, 50% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him, but fuck him, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Todd's picking it up. Let's go to hell is he anyway? He never present his status, but still even his first through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, got a picture connects, never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he does. This is 20% skill, 80% gear, be 100%. Be the one that set the West in flames, and I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped mega death. Like bleach, man. Why you had the stupidest verses, dude? Spots and stocks through the roof. I heard he fucking with that stock. This is 10%, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% they call him right, he was sick and he's spitting fire with Mike. Got him off the dryer, he's hot. Found him in Fort Minor with top, but a fucking nihilist. Poker pie, he's a hope he gets shot. 8 years in the making, patiently waiting on the
All right, Humberhawks Nation, the Hawks sweep the Fanshawe Falcons here tonight. The women taking care of business earlier at 6 p.m. and the men getting the job done in the later game at 8 p.m., beating the Falcons by 20 points. They now improved to 9-1 on the season. I'm now here with reporter Willie Fan. So Willie, huge game. Tell us some of the things that stood in your mind as being the most important for this big victory.
Defense, all about defense. You know, the last time they lost to Fanshawe and their only loss of the season, they got to a slow start and had to claw their way back in. And tonight, they just got to a huge start. You know, Fanshawe struggled to score for most of the first quarter, and Humber never looked back, and that's their calling card. That's what Sean Collins wants from his players. Defense, consistent all 40 minutes.
So Tyrone Dixon had a monstrous game. 9 points, 17 rebounds, 5 blocked shots. Describe his performance and how much of an impact it was for the Hawks.
Well, Tyrone's he's the defensive anchor of the team. If I had to make an NBA comparison, I would say Tyrone is the Ben Wallace of this team. When Ben Wallace carried those Detroit Pistons back in the early 2000s, that's what Tyrone does for his team. He calls all the defensive plays, he anchors defense, he is intimidating. You know, he's not going to get 5 blocks every game, but the fact that the opposition knows how intimidating he is, that scares him away from attacking the post. And 17 rebounds, you said yourself, 5 on the offensive boards, and 5 huge blocks. That's just ridiculous.
And Tyrone, along with many other players from last year, have improved drastically this season. Who's another player that stands in your mind who's just improved this season for the better?
I'm gonna go with Chad Bealey. There's many, but Chad Bealey would be the most noticeable one. Last year when he came, he hadn't played basketball for a while after taking a leave from the game. But once he joined the Hawks last year, you know, he was still good, but this year it's been noticeable. He's gotten a lot better shape. He told me himself he went down from 240 to 215 pounds. His conditioning's a lot better. You know, he told me he doesn't get tired as easily, and he's been getting more shots up and everything. So he's a perennial point forward rather for this team. And not too many people notice, but Chad actually used to play point guard when he was in high school. That's what he told me. So that would explain how he's able to just handle the ball and has such great court vision.
Coming in, both of these teams were tied for first place in the West Division. With the victory, now Humber secures first place in the West. And how big is that? How big is this for the Hawks moving forward, claiming first top spot?
Well, this is a statement game. You know, after losing their top ranking in the national standings in the power rankings,